day, mate. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
So the wind's picking up a tiny little bit, so I'm hoping you can still hear me because I've not got a microphone. It's a nice bit of puff, isn't it? So I was camping over there somewhere last night. I'm not exactly sure where. It was nice though. Put me just in within about half an hour of Salcombe ferry, so it's good for the morning. A good start to the day. Yesterday was really good. I didn't do a summary because I didn't feel like it. Was a bit tired, but I had a really good day's walking yesterday. Met some really nice people. Loads of chatting, too much chatting because I talk too much, but it was nice to meet lots of people. I was thinking, sometimes my friends say, oh, you know, people these days, they're not as friendly as they used to be. And I guess in built up places like in cities and stuff, that's probably true. People do sort of keep to themselves. They don't really talk. I remember smiling at someone on the tube once, and I think they thought I was trying to attack them or something. So, but when you're out here, those people still exist because everyone is so friendly. On the path, oh, bit of wind there. Right down. Blew my hat off. I've just come round the corner, trying to get out of the wind. Yeah, so. People are still really friendly, people are really nice, just have to know where to find them. And I think that's all it is. I do remember once when I was little, must have been about 8 years old, 10, and I went down with my parents, my brother and sister, to see the Lord Mayor's show. My uncle Bernie, he had his offices overlooked the route or something. we're on the underground. It was really busy, and it was at Covent Garden, and we were being herded into a lift. And my dad should know better because he's from that area, well, roughly. But as we were being packed into this lift, he went "Bah," as if he was being herded like a sheep. So he wasn't afraid to communicate on the underground. So that was quite funny. So I've got the ferry ready today. It wasn't anywhere nearly as exciting because the weather was nice, the water was flat. Last time I did the crossing here, it was really good fun. It's like a roller coaster. Might see if I can put a clip in, although that's a bit advanced for me. I'm now heading to the next ferry, which I doubt I'll make because I've been talking too much to various people in Salcombe. It's a bit rocky, this bit. Went to the co-op to get some supplies. It's very hard to get anything at the co-op at the moment due to the IT issue. The shelves aren't very full. They've got no sandwiches. It's like, where have all the sandwiches gone? The sandwiches haven't been hacked, they haven't been stolen. So it makes you wonder where they actually are. And the strawberries. I wanted strawberries. No strawberries. They're probably rotting somewhere. That's terrible. Do you know what? I'm whittling on. I'll leave it there. This is some nice views though. think I'm enjoying it more this time round. I feel I think it's because I've wild camped for the last 3 nights. I've been sort of taking my time. I sort of feel calmer. Sort of feel more, not zen, I'm not weird, but just more at one with it all. Like I've sort of immersed myself more rather than just being a challenge to get around, which of course it is. But it just feels, I don't know, somehow different this time. I wonder how I'll settle back into normal life. Anyway, that's miles away, because Minehead is miles away. Just one more thing. This is the thing that amazes me. About an hour ago, I was in Salcombe. It was really busy, full of people, full of cars, full of everything. And half an hour walk later, nothing. No one. It's all mine. It just never stops amazing me. The difference just a few minutes walking can make. This is crazy. Last time I was walking along here, to be honest, I thought it was Cornwall where this happened, but it's actually here. See this building? I can't do it. There. I actually walked over to that to shelter from the wind. It was so strong up here. I remember being actually quite scared and thinking if this doesn't lay off a bit, I'm going to have to just hunker down and stop moving like all day, because if I'm going to have to go near the cliff edges, this is dangerous. And today that building's not needed. Today we've got calm. Right, very quick update. Got up quite early this morning. At the campsite by 6:30 because I wanted to get across the river. A nice little walk up there. Met a guy, Ian. We were chatting all the way to the he crossed the he said he was hoping to get 250 quid and You've Been Framed when it all went wrong, but anyway I managed to cross it fine. So sorry Ian, no money for you. I'm now pushing on to Nos Mayo, thinking of getting the ferry there, but then I've got a hold short of Plymouth because I'm not going to get through Plymouth today. Slight issue is I'm very low on food. Got half a packet of peanuts left, and I haven't had breakfast, so I'm feeling a bit hungry. It's hard to get. I probably should have got more food in Salcombe, but then you got to carry it, and I thought I might be able to get something at the last place, and everywhere was shut. And then I had to leave early this morning, so I couldn't go to the cafe either because I had to get across the at low tide. So I'm a bit hungry, but I'll carry on anyway, and we'll see what happens. There's a cafe at the other side of the next ferry crossing, I think, if it's open. So maybe that'll save me. Otherwise, just got to live on peanuts. That's about it. Look, it's gone cloudy, a little bit cloudy. No rain though. I wouldn't mind if there was. It would be okay. Last time I was here, I just walked straight on down the path to the bottom corner of that field, and then realised I'd gone the wrong way to walk all the way back to where I am now, and then you go to the top of that hill. So that was annoying. Anyway, not doing that today, going straight up the hill. That's where I wild camped a couple of years ago when I was doing this walk in 2023. Someone local was walking their dog, and he actually told me to go in there. Don't think I'm the only one who's gone in there. The trampled grass. Anyway, it's a good spot. I could look out that way. How long does the charge last? All day?
All day, yeah.
That's cool. Oh, pardon me. That's badly timed. So I've stopped. I think I've only done 17, 18 miles today, something like that. Managed to get through I think I already said that. And then it was over to Nos Mayo. And then I got the ferry there over to Westbury, I think it's called. And then from there it's a few miles to walk to Plymouth. So if I'd got to Plymouth today, I wouldn't have got through Plymouth. So that wouldn't have been very sensible. I would have been panicking and stuff. It would have been rubbish. So I was just I managed to grab some food at a coffee shop, well, a cafe, sorry, about 3:30. Shut at 4, and just this guy was talking to me, and he'd actually done the coastal path, and he'd camped it and wild camped it and stuff. And he said, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just hoping in the small gap between the cafe and Plymouth that there'll be somewhere to camp." I was a bit worried. And he said, no, you'll be all right. And he sort of pointed out this area that I'm in now. So that was a relief, because I was worried it was just going to get built up and there'd be nowhere for me to stop. But on the other hand, I didn't want to stop short of the ferry from Mosneo, because because what I was saying. Yeah, I wanted to get past that, sorry, so I could get onto Plymouth tomorrow. Yeah, it all makes sense. Sorry. So anyway, I'm thinking of just pitching up on this beach, I think. Or I could just leave the beach. I'm going to stay down here for a while anyway and read my book. Or I could leave the beach and just maybe pitch up just on the grass up there. But I'm tempted to just sort of go over there somewhere. The sand looks quite compact, so the pegs might go in. Anyway, that's the plan. It's only 6:30, so I'm just going to chill out here and read my book for a bit. There's a few people still walking past, but I think that'll stop when they all go for the dinner and then go to bed and stuff. Anyway, that's it. So it's been a good day. Nice and easy day. Like I say, could have done loads more. I felt okay, especially after I'd had something to eat. But yeah, I couldn't get through Plymouth. Sometimes you just have to time these things, and that's just the way it goes. Anyway, I think that's it.
It's the Echo or
I think he's crossed with a standard poodle.
Gosh. Yeah, probably.
And they're big, aren't they?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
massive. He puts his head over me.
Yeah.
You know what? I've lived here all my life and I've never been on a river.
One thing I've learnt, it's amazing. It's amazing the difference it can make just by your timing being a little bit better. Being in the right place at the right time. Last time I was here it was 7, 8 o'clock and I was rushing that way, trying to desperately find a spot to camp. Didn't know what to do. Panicking really. And there's loads of camping spots around I could have had. I mean, here probably. I don't know why I rejected this. I guess it was just the panic. But because I've positioned myself just before Plymouth today, about 3-4 miles out, get through Plymouth nice and early. Got time on your hands. Now, I mean, it's a moot point because I'm being picked up by Jenny later and we're having the weekend off, so I haven't got to find a spot anyway. But if I did have to find one, it would be fine. Last time I was just short of Nos Mayo. But need to look that name up. So then I had to wait till 10 o'clock to pick up the boat. And then I guess that puts you on the back foot, and I wasn't exactly prompt through Plymouth either, backing around getting stuff and things like that. we're back. It's a nice little break. 2 days off. 3 nights sleeping in a bed rather than in my tent. Well, the room was really hot, so it was a bit humid. The danger area, so the missile range has been closed today. Apparently it's only Monday that it's shut this week, so I've got a bit unlucky there. But it's definitely open or closed. The range is closed, so they're open to firing, if you know what I mean. But the diversion's not too bad. Just goes round. It's not like Lulworth where you've got to do a 20-mile diversion. This is an extra half a mile, so it's not too bad at all. I'm glad to have got past that bit of road though. Don't really like walking on the roads. Not sure what's more dangerous, the road or the ranges. I mean, it's the ranges, obviously. But anyway. So I feel pretty good today. Had a breakfast. I'm clean. I washed my clothes over the weekend in the sink, so I don't stink quite so bad today. I was a bit worried about having the 2 days off, and I felt like I was really into the walk. Everything felt really good, and I was worried that might. I feel like I was starting again, so I'd have to get back into it. But I feel okay. We'll see how I am when I do my first wild camp. But it was lovely to see Jenny and spend some time with her. Quite selfish of me, really, just to clear off and do these things. So I'm glad we managed to do that. She's driving back now. Hopefully she'll be okay. She says she's got an audio book lined up, so she'll be all right. I'm heading off to that way, to Loo now. I think it's probably quite a long way. In my head it's like a couple of hours, but I reckon I'll probably be there mid-afternoon. And I just need to remember to get some sandwiches, not from the co-op though, still no sandwiches at the co-op, and some more ibuprofen from Boots because I've run out. Although my knee's all right. I just take maybe four a day, and it seems to use my knee support and seems all right. Fingers crossed. We went into Loo yesterday. Obviously we drove in, so it's going to be a bit weird going back there. Hopefully I won't find it too upsetting. Anyway, that's me for now. I think tonight there's some campsites dotted around. There are some, yeah. So I might try and get in a campsite, or just wild camp. Well, they're the two options, aren't they? It's one or the other. So we'll just see how the day's going. Last time round I've stayed in a National Trust campsite, and I'm sure it only cost me £5. But I looked on their website and they want £17 now. So that's not happening. I might just camp just outside it for free. Alright, I'm only 2 miles in. Very, very late start, I mean. Onwards. Right, I found a spot. I was getting a bit nervous. I bumped into a girl called Sarah just as I was leaving Lou, and she said she hadn't seen any wild camping spots after Poole, which is where I was planning on going. But she did point out that she wasn't looking either because she wasn't wild camping, so she didn't need to. But she was right. There was very few. It's because the path was all quite near the edge and on a big slope. So that meant that it's quite difficult to find a pitch. I stayed calm though. I knew there was a campsite, or probably a couple of miles further on, that I could just turn up to in the dark. I don't think you meant to, but I'm sure it wouldn't. Well, they probably wouldn't stop me, and I could pay in the morning. But I knew there was a woodland there as well, so I thought maybe I could go in there. Anyway, I was just going up and down this narrow path, and every time I was going up, I was thinking just at the top there, there's going to be somewhere, and there never was. And then I think it's Kneeland Point I'm at. When I got to the top, it was just this little plateau, and I thought, yeah, that's mine. Now, I've got all the doors shut now because the wind has started to pick up, so I'm a little bit concerned, because the last time I camped on top of a cliff like this was in 2023, and it ended in disaster. Well, disaster. Everyone survived. It wasn't really disaster, was it? But it wasn't really nice. But this time I've got all the guy ropes out. Most of the pegs are in well, although it's a bit rocky, so it's a bit difficult. So I think we're going to be all right. And it's probably good that I'm doing this. Probably good that I'm trying a bit more of a risky spot, because might get my confidence up. Because often I avoid things because I think of past experience. So yeah, we'll see what my broadcast will be like in the morning, where I'll go, no, I'm never going to go in a windy spot again. That was stupid. It is a bit exposed here, as you probably saw in the video that I put on before. I was going to get the drone up to fly around, but then the wind picked up, so that was a no-go. Obviously, it was a late start today because I got dropped off in the car park about 11, then got walking, met some really lovely people. Again, a lot of chatting. I do a lot of chatting. There was a couple that I really liked. They were telling me about, they had a different word for retirement. It was realignment. That was it, realignment. Because you're not retired, but you're changing, you're doing different things. They explained it much better than I did. But I really like that. I really appreciated that. Not that I've retired, just to be clear, Jenny, don't panic. I've not retired or realigned. Although I probably have realigned a bit, haven't I? So yeah, I'm realigned, not retired, don't worry. So they were really nice. They were quite unusual actually, in the sense that I don't see many other people that are wild camping actually. So they were wild camping mostly, or a lot. So that was nice. I can't really think of anything else to say. I'm going to get myself some food now. I got to Lou a lot later than I hoped, but sort of inevitable really, considering how far I had to go. As the crow flies from the car park, it's quite short, but you follow the coastline around, it's quite long. But it was a really nice walk, and I really enjoyed it. I was getting a little bit hungry, so it was a relief to get there and get into the co-op, and they had sandwiches. The sandwiches, they were like Red Label, so they were expiring today. So maybe it's a logistics issue the co-op have got. I don't know. But they had no sandwiches. Now they've got sandwiches that are expiring. So I do feel for them, but still no strawberries. I really fancied some strawberries, but no fruit. Maybe Foy tomorrow we'll have some. Again, I'm quite far away from Foy, so I have no idea how long it's going to take me. Normally I guess, then add a few hours, and then I'm still wrong. Anyway, so I'm going to eat my almost out of date sandwiches now. I bought 2 packets. I should cook, but it's a bit windy and I just can't be bothered. And I've got sandwiches. Oh, and I've got some what are they called? Belgian buns. I don't normally eat them because they're about 400 calories a bun. But since I'm walking, I feel like I can eat what I want at the moment, so that's nice. So I've treated myself a Belgian bun. The only thing is they're a bit crushed in my bag, so when you take them out, all the icing is stuck to the packaging, and that's good actually, because it means you less calories, less bad stuff to eat. So yeah, I'm gonna have that. So sandwich, Belgian bun, and I think I've got some chocolate as well. So proper feast tonight. Anyway, I hope you could see me. I've got this light on the thing. I don't know if it works though. Okay.